It's gonna go live when we go live. We're live.
We did it yesterday.
We're live. We're live.
There's glass on top of your head.
We're live. You know, we're live. And today is Friday. Shout it out Friday. And there are things.
Good morning to you.
Things you haven't done.
Did she just roll her
but
eyes?
you still.
Where is she? Did she just take a deep breath and roll her eyes? No, she didn't do that. Today's topic is, this is also Shout Out Friday, but today's topic is the things in your life that you haven't done, but you still want to do. My wife and I had a really interesting conversation about it yesterday. There's several things that I haven't done that I know other people have done, but I haven't done. And there's still some things I want to do, some places I want to go and I haven't done. And I want to hear about from you too. What are some things that you haven't done, but you still want to do?
We're going to talk about it back in a moment. Back in a moment.
Just seems like. Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like.
And another thing, Lisa. Oh, I'm sorry. And then, okay. Anyway, good morning. My name is Brian K. McNeill, and this is
Lisa Santiago.
Together we make up what's called the Empowerment Duo. Good morning, baby.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
You good? You look nice.
Thank you. So do you.
I like your look.
Thank you.
You got the look that I want to know better. Go ahead.
Nothing.
You thought I was going to do something crazy, right? Anyway, today we're talking about things that we haven't done in our lives that we may, or maybe things we haven't done that not necessarily still want to do, but may be common that other people have done. Okay, here we go. For example, how did we get on the subject yesterday? Do you remember?
It was arbitrary.
It was an arbitrary conversation?
Mm-hmm.
Out of the blue for nothing? We were talking about something that led to this?
You start arbitrary conversations based on ponderings that you've made when you're in another place. And then you come into my space and you sit down and you start the conversation as if it is a conversation we've already been having. And quite possibly you've been having it with me in your head. It would be nice to be a part of the conversation from the beginning, but that's not always where you are.
Did Lisa just punctuate every word with the hand gesture? She almost clapped hands. Real talk. You come in my office. Pondering stuff that you've already been talking about in your head. It'll be nice. That's what you was doing, but you was doing it this way.
Not in my
Y'all
office.
saw her.
I'm talking about late night.
Real talk. You come up in here, real talk, late night, having conversations that you already had in your head that you didn't include me in. That's what you just did. That's what you just did. So I done had the eye roll. I done had the deep breaths. I done had the stiff hand. And now I got the clapping on it, brother. And the show has only been going on for 2 minutes.
I did not clap on you.
You almost.
I did not.
You got close. Real talk.
I did not roll my eyes.
Oh, yes, you did.
No.
Oh, yes,
I closed
you did.
my eyes.
Oh, my. And rolled them to pieces.
No.
While they were closed.
No.
Yes, you did.
No, none of those
How many
things
y'all
happened.
people know that you can roll your eyes with them closed? Yeah. Yes, you can.
None of those things happen. But we do have a topic today. You keep straining from the topic over and over again.
Are you expressing exasperation or how long I'm taking getting to the topic? The topic is things you haven't done. For example, I, at 52 years old, have never ridden a horse.
And it will be interesting that at 52 years old, you've never ridden a horse.
Well, I'm 54, actually.
Right.
I never have. Never got on the back of a horse. Never had an opportunity to. But I was born and raised in the streets of Brooklyn, New York, and just there weren't a whole lot of horse opportunities there where I grew up. And then as an adult, if I was around ponies and stuff, it was typically to give the kids a ride, but it wasn't an adult. Let me get a swing around this track too. So I just never have. Okay.
Well, I rode horses.
You rode horses, but you was from the Bronx, which is kind of like if you're unfamiliar with New York City, you know, New York City proper is broken up into 5 boroughs. And there's Manhattan, Brooklyn, the Bronx, Queens, and Staten Island. And the Bronx is the countryside, you know. My wife's from the Bronx. That's why I had to say that. Yep.
I actually rode horses in upstate New York. Actually, more like
the Fresh Air Fund?
Yeah, it was in the Fresh Air Fund. It was more like, I think I went to Boston that year.
Really? Well, we talk about things that we haven't done, things that you haven't done that you still want to do in your life. Mm-hmm. You know, we was talking with some friend. We were visiting some of our friends not that long ago. Lisa and I were visiting their home. And the lady in the house said, you know, I've never been to Seattle and I've always wanted to go. Really? He goes, yeah, I just seen pictures of it. I think it's a pretty city. I always wanted to visit there. And she's in her 40s, never have been, and always wanted to go. She still has time to make that thing happen for her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle was interesting from the series Grey's Anatomy.
Maybe that's where she got it from. I don't know.
But I don't think I would ever want to even visit there. It's a lot of rain, a lot of cold.
Mm-hmm. But it's also a lot of pretty too.
Emerald City. It has, when on those 3 days a year.
See, you've never been there and you're dissing the town.
I'm not dissing the town. I'm going based upon information.
Dr. Beverly, are there any things that you haven't done in your amazing life that you still want to do? Lisa, is there anything that you haven't done in your amazing life that you still want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Like what?
I want to go to Africa.
I want to go to Africa. That's what I was going to say next.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about why you want to go.
I want to go specifically to Côte d'Ivoire.
Who?
Côte d'Ivoire, which is the Ivory Coast in French.
Mm-hmm.
Because from what I hear, it's very, very beautiful. And not only it's beautiful, it's modern and it has a beach coast, which is also something that I want.
That's East Africa.
Right. But what the reason why I want to go is because I want to have my own experience. I want to take my own pictures there because it seems like the only pictures that I can find of Africa are so antiquated based upon old thoughts and theories. And the people that I know that are from there gave me other visions. And I'm still like, well, can I see the pictures? And they don't have them.
I'm going to send you a picture today. I have a picture of these 10 beautiful modern cities. And the architecture is modern, the technology is modern, and all those cities are in Africa. Yep. Very modern looking cities. They look modern as heck. They all are in Africa.
Yeah. But there are so many people that I know from Africa that tell me about all these modern places and whatever, and still their pictures are not. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I would like to see that side of Africa as well, but to dispel some of the message, I guess, for lack of a word, about the country. I would like to see what they say about the country versus what they have shown.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Dr. Beverly she says, I haven't lived. Still trying to muscle up the nerve to fly. Interesting.
Flying can be very challenging for some people. Actually, I am right now a little bit concerned about flying. I do fly. I have flown, but right now I have a little bit of a concern about flying, but I'm going to get over it.
A lot of people have phobias. I have no fear of flying. I've flown a lot of times, but I really believe the real reason how I got over my fear of flying is when I had to jump out of planes. Now, when you know you're going to have to jump out of this plane, you're much more concerned about the jumping out of than you are about the flight.
I would
Matter of fact, you'd rather stay on the flight than jump.
Absolutely. Hey, Doug, good morning. Good morning. He says he had a former coworker who had a school in Africa.
Interesting.
Yeah,
remember what part of Africa he said? Okay.
I know some people that have schools in Africa as well, and I'm trying to envision them, and I'm trying to imagine them, but I want to see them.
Yeah, I want to see them with you, baby. Yeah, I want to do that, dude. Africa, and I would want to spend some time there. Not just a weekend. I want to spend a couple of weeks.
Yeah, isn't that something that I would want to do for, like, even just for vacation? I would want to go
month, and 6 months.
Well, I would at least start with 1 month, but I would extend the visit, and that's actually one of the things that I think about in terms of going back to my original dream, which was not to live anywhere, because I think that living somewhere gives you a confine on some of the things that you can do.
I call it a home base, having a home base.
Yeah, but having a home base and having a house or someplace that you live, that where you live requires certain responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
You
like Jack Reacher thinking. You don't want to have to take care of a house. You don't want to have to fix a boiler or
it's
grass.
not even that. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that if I have, as I have now, recondition myself that this is home, but the desire to just want to, be call home Mexico this month or next month. And I think that there are certain ways that you can do that now.
Mm-hmm.
And I still kind of think about wanting to explore that.
All right. Dr. Beverly says,
and not necessarily fly on an airplane, because I used to fly airplanes back in the 80s until they started dropping out of the sky. Okay. And I quit. Yet I used to have pilot license. So what I mean by fly,
do things that I want to do, have fun at it, and make money doing it. She's feeling like she's not lived yet because she's still not yet doing the things she wants to do. And I think the one word that I'm hearing there as an underlying theme, Dr. Beverly, is dynamic. Doing dynamic things the way you want to do them and earning money and having fun with it.
Good morning, Dr. Deborah. Good morning, Miss Phyllis. Thank you for joining this morning.
We're talking about things, is things you haven't done,
but still want to
do in your life. Lisa's mentioned go live in Africa for a season. Now, Doug can't remember the city, remember what part, but I do remember I had a certain picture of Africa because of what I saw on TV, and he set me straight and let me know it wasn't about what I thought. Amen.
Yeah, and that's what frustrates me, that I hear that story over and over again. But I just think it would be so simple to show what it is instead of allowing the picture that TV shows is the only one. That we have Facebook now, we have YouTube, we have Instagram, we have seen videos of people in Africa, in the Africa that is commonly referred to as the African experience, and they actually are making videos. So why can't they also make videos of the Africa that we believe that has been hidden from us, or that I believe has been hidden from us?
Mm-hmm. The cities, the cars, the banks.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just me. That's just my frustration.
I want to do it too.
Dr. Deborah says, I would love to explore something like that too, Lisa. Well, you're on the verge of it, and I'm looking forward to living vicariously through you.
That's right, because Dr. Deborah did say she wants to spend more of her days traveling, and Lisa just made a line a few moments ago. Home is wherever I choose to live at the time. And maybe I'm home for me is Mexico at this time. I agree with my wife on that. I still, I have this thing in my head where I want a home that I don't feel like I need to vacation from. You know, why leave my home to go to a hotel with a swimming pool and a hot tub? Why not have the swimming pool and the hot tub here at home? You know, we enjoyed the swimming pool and hot tub the last trip we took, but it'd be awesome to have it daily. You know, have it right here in my home. And I also have in my head, especially since the pandemic, I want a pandemic home, what I call a pandemic home, where I have everything I want there. If I want to swim, if I want a hot tub, if I want a sauna, if I want to play pool, I can play that at my home. If I want to have a cigar, even a cigar in a shed or indoor somewhere with an overhead shelter, if I want to be outside, I want outdoor living, I want that at my home so I could do it daily and not have to drive to it, just walk outside.
Yeah, I don't think that's...
Dr. Deborah says, have laptop, we'll travel.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting way to look at it. I think that there is some way, some things that going to them actually changes the experience.
Mm-hmm.
My awesome biz coach, you can have that.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. And I want it. I want that, you know. But I also want my wife happy too. So my awesome business coach. Now, is this one of our friends going by another name or someone we haven't yet met formally? And we appreciate you tuning in our show on YouTube. Today we're talking about things that we haven't done, that you haven't done, but still want to do. Can you please share some of those things? Some things that you haven't done yet, but still want to do. You know, I've never scuba dived.
Uh-huh.
And I want to scuba dive. I mean, with the tank on the back.
Well, I've not used the tank. That's not...
You snorkeled.
Yeah, I've snorkeled.
Yeah.
I've not scuba dived.
I want to tank on my back
Samantha.
And go deep.
She works for MABC. Well,
good morning, Sister Samantha.
Thank you for joining us.
What is something that you have not yet done, Sister Samantha, and you want to do?
Dr. Beverly says, I want to experience a life of no stress, or should I say a season with no stress, no worries. Then I want to go to Hawaii. Then I want to build a program to help all the homeless people who want to be helped.
Amen.
Thank you for adding that caveat, who want to be helped. Because actually, we don't call them homeless anymore. We call them something else. But
what? House challenge?
No. There are some people, there are whole communities of people that prefer not to have a home. And I think it's important when you want to do something to help people to find out how they want to be helped. Because sometimes we want to help people to our comfort level, and it has nothing to do with what they want.
Amen. You've seen some homeless people, the same homeless person who've been homeless for years.
Yeah.
How do they do that? They have systems. They know where to go to eat, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They know where to get out of the weather. They know how to be warm. They know how to protect themselves. They know how to do all that stuff. They have systems that they developed over time. I know this to be true because I was a part of a very active homeless ministry in Greensboro, North Carolina. Go ahead.
Miss Phyllis says, yes, be able to do it when you want to. A big game room, but when we have these things, are we going to use them? People live near the beach and don't even go.
Amen.
We always say when we get it, we get it, and still don't do it. Like a gym membership.
She's right. We know of people like that. They live at the beach and hardly ever go. They got the house with the pool and never get in it.
Samantha says, well, I like boss would love to create permanent economic streams for committed entrepreneurs to eradicate poverty through business development and mentorship. Absolutely. I think that's a beautiful endeavor.
Amen.
And we want to create systems to free the mind of societal and
societal.
Oh, it's not spelled right.
Okay.
Imprisonment. Absolutely.
Going back on something Dr. Beverly says, she wants to do these things. She wants to live her life, but she also wants to go to Hawaii. So she did take the time to put at least a location that she wants to go visit.
Mm-hmm.
I, too, have never been to Hawaii. But that's attainable. We could go. I just never have. So I think it's an interesting conversation. And when I'm sitting here already early in the show thinking, man, there's a lot of stuff I haven't done, which it kind of encourages me. Get to it, Brian. Go do these things. Yep. So what else, baby? What else that you want to do besides Africa and you have not yet done? Is there anything? Or is there anything that you haven't done that you still want to do? Is a better way to ask that question. Good morning, Mr. George Allen, a.k.a. Chef Rev. We got you, my sister Samantha. Chef Rev, is there anything that you haven't yet done, but you still want to do that you're willing to share? And when Lisa and I first started talking about this, we said we need to put the caveat in and keep it clean, y'all. Stuff that you haven't done and you want to do, but keep it clean.
Things that I haven't done, but that I want to share is the caveat.
Yeah, that you want to share.
Yeah, because I don't know if I want to share.
Well, you may not want to. Okay. For example, this time in 2016, I really wanted to be a published author, and I wasn't. Yes, I was. I got published in June of 16. But before I got published, I wanted to be. I hadn't done it yet before, but I wanted to do it. And then when it finally happened, it was done. And I was really, really happy that it got done. To be a published author, have my book out. Okay.
I wanna produce a mini. I don't know what you call them.
What, series?
No, not a mini series. I don't want it to be a series of anything. I want it to be one thing, but I want it to be acting in it.
A play?
No, it won't be a play.
A docudrama?
It'll be a video, a small video.
Dr. Beverly says.
Well, what I mean is I've been to several different places in different locations in the world. However, I almost enjoyed myself to the point where I didn't enjoy myself.
Wow.
I had fun, but then I came home broke. So it's really like I never went anywhere to a place that I experienced and really had a good time because I was worried or stressed out about my bills when I got home.
Yeah. And that's traveling twice is what that is. You're traveling in your head. You're worried about your bills, so you can't even enjoy while you're there.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't want a home base. That's one of the main things, because if I'm going to be gone for a month, then that means I have to sustain where I'm going and where I'm at the same time. Or then if I want to be gone for another month, I got to figure out, am I going to be able to sustain where I'm going and where I'm at, or what I have, or whatever. It's just... That's a
very compelling argument, maybe, for not having a home base. I get it.
That is.
It is. Like right now, if we wanted to be gone for a month, what would we really have to do?
We would have to make sure that this house is taken care of for a month. Make sure that all the bills are paid. Make sure
the grass gets cut.
Make sure that the grass gets cut. Make sure that the security is maintained on it. And that before we could go.
It would be the same thing if you had a bigger home.
Yeah, I don't want a bigger home. Samantha said you got to have 3 months paid forward. Yeah, I guess. I don't want a limitation. I don't want money to be a limitation on my dreams. That's the other thing.
That's the thing for a lot of people. Dr. Beverly's kind of alluding to it as well. She doesn't want money to be an impediment on any of her dreams. Okay. Sister Samantha says if you're going to go away for a month, I'm not sure what YT means. Is
YouTube?
Okay. Phyllis George, yes, there are things I want to do. Hawaii is one. Africa, the islands, Ireland, and live life to the fullest. Yeah. And Miss Phyllis, reading what you just said there, it inspires me that I want those things for you too now. Because you've been willing to post it, because you were willing to write it down, and I read it out loud. Now I want Miss Phyllis to have those things. It's in my head now. I want it for her because that's what she said she wanted. And she shared it with us.
I can't read that.
What you can't read, baby?
Oh, she said I would take care of your house for a month. How about that? Now that was more of a craze. I want to say in the 80s or the 70s, house swapping. 80s,
house
maybe?
sitting.
Not house sitting.
House swapping?
House swapping.
One of those TV shows?
No, not a TV show. An actual thing where
Did
people
she
in one
just
size.
give me the aggressive? No, not a TV show.
Where people in one area of the country would place their home up for swapping and invite another set of people in another part of the world to switch houses with them. That would take care of bills, right? Because the person who is living where you were living will be responsible for your bills, and the
grass and all that. That's
the person where you're going will be you will be responsible for their stuff. That would be cool.
Miss Phyllis, I'm glad you raised your hand that you'd be willing to come and take care of our house for a month, because we may find a situation where we say, remember that time you said you come take care of our house for a month, Miss Phyllis? Now's the time.
Miss Phyllis says, yeah, now it's Airbnb. Yeah. Yep. Now it's Airbnb.
Good morning. Good morning, Sister Is that Miss Shamandrian Shankle? Is that super mom herself? How you doing, Miss Shamandrian? Shamandrian, are there any things that you've not yet done, but you still want to do? Phyllis says it was a TV show. I thought it was too.
The wife swap. I don't know about house swap.
But she does. She said it was. And it's possible you don't know all the shows ever.
Quite possible.
Dr. Beverly says, I also want to visit friends that live in different cities and have fun with family and friends that I know are in different cities. Amen. Shamandrian's just watching. Miss Phyllis thought it was funny. Yeah, Miss Phyllis. Hey, girl. Come live up in the cribbo for a month. Take care of the household. Feed my fish and water Lisa's plant.
My one plant.
Lisa has a plant that gets water occasionally.
Penelope.
She gets water occasionally.
She does. And she holds on. If she would just if
she would just die, you almost said it. She won't just die on you, Lisa.
That is why I do not want a dog. That is why I do not want any small children. Because if you cannot tell me you're hungry or thirsty, you will not.
Like the dog can't tell you they're hungry or thirsty.
The dog can tell you, but I don't want that job. The plant can't tell me. That's why she's holding on for dear life.
Samantha
says she said it made more connective sense to work backwards from America, Caribbean, Africa. They started a business over in Africa, which is awesome. That's wonderful.
Amen. Shamandra says, I was just thinking about that today. I still want a co-working space and global community for business women. Ooh, she wants her own co-working space. What would be different about some of the other ones with your co-working space? I bet it'll have some kind of a twist because of who you are, some kind of a quirk, something different, something a little different. See, that's the cool thing, you know. I want to open up a co-working space and have a global community for business women. That's what she wants to do. She haven't yet done it, but she still wants to do it. I'm thinking, baby, after we talk about this, the punchline of today's talk is going to be, you still can. All these things that you haven't yet done and still want to do, you still can do them.
Yeah.
How about that? This is Friday. This is also Shout It Out Friday. If you have a business or a cause or a book or a praise report, this is a day to shout it out. And Lisa and I will do our level best to read it aloud, your shout out. Let me tell you what happens when you tell people about your praise report. Tell the good news that something that happened to you. You get to review it and you get to feel good again. And the other person that hears it, they get to feel good again. And the other people that hear it get to be opened up to the possibility that they can have some good news to tell about too. It's good for everybody when you share your good news.
Absolutely. Good morning, Craig. He says, good morning, everyone. Let's have a blessed and safe 4th of July on purpose. Absolutely.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Shamandrian Shankle says, yep, create space specifically for women, has childcare and resources to help women build, scale, and grow their business. Now that's the difference right there. A co-working space specifically designed for women, including childcare and resources to help the women. How about that? That's where her heart is. She wants to help women entrepreneurs. How about that? What's that? Samantha says,
tell her to follow Chris to purchase real estate, and she can do it with the co-working space property.
oh, Chris, she must be local to Charlotte, North Carolina, Samantha. But there's lots of resources to do those things. And you know what? Look at what just happened here. Shamandrian typed it. I read it aloud. Okay. Samantha heard it and she offered a suggestion on it. Okay. How about that? Okay. That's another thing that happens when you share your good news, when you share your goals and targets and testimonies. It's good for everybody. You're very welcome for asking, Shamandrian.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So today, shout it out. Don't forget, shout it out. We'll definitely be pulling the card in about 2 minutes. Today's topic, I think, is very inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you want to go? Or something you still want, something you haven't done, but still want to do?
Is there anything else I still haven't done?
Really?
Besides going somewhere, I've done a lot of cool things in my life. That could be another whole topic too. And what are some things that you've already done that most people haven't, but you have done? Okay, like most people haven't jumped out of a plane before, but I've done it a lot of times. 35 jumps. I think 35 is a lot. What do you think?
I think it's more than one.
It's definitely more than one.
I'm not jumping out of a plane that still works.
Why not?
Because the plane is still working.
Yes, but you knew you had to jump off of it when you got on it.
No. That's not the plane I'm kind of getting on. That's not the kind of plane I'm getting on. I'm not.
You're not getting on any plane where they tell you you're gonna have to jump out with a parachute
ahead of time. No.
They would call you like a wuss.
Okay.
You don't have the guts to put your knees in the breeze.
Oh,
that's what they called it. Go put your knees in the breeze. You scared to put your knees in the breeze, baby?
It's not necessary.
It's not necessary? It sounds kind of wimpy to me, mate.
Yeah.
Peer pressure. That's the kind of stuff that people say to get you to jump out of a plane. I mean, get you to do anything. Shamandra said, that's a lot of jumps. Yeah, 35 jump. Actually, jumping out of a military plane is different than civilian planes. Military planes are designed to get you to the ground. And civilian jumps are designed to get you to the ground, but gently. Military is less concerned about how gently you get there.
Exactly.
Because they want you to hit the ground fast and be able to shoot at the enemy because the enemy is shooting at you while you're coming down. So it's designed that you're not in the air that long, if you can help it. No. Okay.
Chef Rev, thank you very much. George Allen said, I think that's crazy to jump out of a perfectly good plane.
You guys can't hang. Y'all can't hang. Y'all can't sing. Y'all can't be like me. I'm the best by test, all that stuff. Y'all can't hang. When I was in the Army, people that jumped out of plane got paid extra. We got an extra $150 a month to jump out of planes.
Woo, $150 a month.
Yep. We got an extra $150 a month to jump out of planes. And as long as you did at least one jump every 3 months, you was good. Is that my man, Billy? What's up, man? Billy is actually probably already had by now his pilot's license. So, Billy, today's topic is things that you haven't done that you still want to do. Now, a few years ago, you wanted to become a pilot and you hadn't yet done it yet. And then you took steps to get your pilot's license and to fly up. I think it's a helicopter plane that he's flying.
Oh, you still have a way to go. Well, you're still going, I hope.
But you're still on the road.
Yeah. Yes.
Even if you go slowly, if you're on the road, you still eventually you get there. You want to buy one first? Dang. We want to buy it first. Good morning, sir. It's now 9:32. It's the time that we set aside to share a card with you. Share a card. Yes, I am Naeem too.
Naeem is going to buy one first, or you're both going to get your license. Which one is going to happen?
Okay.
Absolutely. So today's card is a beauty card. Beauty cards. Incidentally, I'm working on a project that is also inspires the same way as the beauty cards.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to presenting it to you guys. Billie Jean says, yep, I want to buy for lessons. Well, okay, do it. The kindness card says, kindness is soft. It it enfolds and nurtures. It has ease and fluidity. Being kind is a gentle response to what is at hand. Start by being kind to yourself. Be generous in your words and thoughts. Benevolence begins at home.
Like it. Start by being kind to yourself, and benevolence begins at home. Benevolence is you. Your home is you, wherever you are. We talked about that a lot actually today. I'm guessing some kind of emojis, flying or something. Okay. Billy says, yep, want to buy 4 lessons. I'm thinking he wants to buy. I don't know if I understand the cryptic message really. He wants to buy a plane and use a plane to give lessons or to continue with his lessons.
Maybe.
Okay. Or
Maybe.
or to have it rented out for lessons. I don't know. But either way, he's doing something with them.
Absolutely. So what are some things he says that, and he wants to buy it and then lease it back?
Yes. So use
to the
it.
flight school.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Chef Rev says, need to connect with that person looking for a plane. I might be able to help them out. Okay. Well, we'll make that.
There they are. And they both happen to be our friends.
And they both happen to be in Charlotte.
But just think how cool that is. Billy is thinking of buying a plane and rent it back to the flight school so they can use it to give lessons. Do you know some people couldn't even imagine the idea of them actually buying a plane and doing something like that with it?
Oh, that's right, Billy. You told me you were going to Panama. Absolutely. I knew that. Last time I spoke to you, you said you were going there. But congratulations. I hope you guys are having a good time.
Yes, he did tell us that he was going. I remember now. Because I talked to him too. He did tell me. I forgot.
Samantha says, at George Allen, do not give up. You can finance it. Oh, well, okay. I'm sure.
George Allen is not the kind of guy.
He's not going to finance it.
And not the kind of guy to give up either. He's not the kind of guy that gives up on anything. That's not who he is.
George Allen says he has 1 to sell. Okay. And Billy, you are you're buying in Panama. Awesome. You're buying a home in Panama also. That's awesome. Congratulations from Samantha to Billy.
I didn't know he was buying a home there.
I didn't know that either. Okay. But Billy, I'll connect you with George after the show. I'll send you guys phone numbers to one another if that's okay. I don't know if you can. Well, I'll send your email address if you'll. I don't know. I'll make the connection.
She'll make the connection somehow. Things we haven't done yet with our lives, but still want to do. That's the topic. Speaking of topics, I was a featured speaker a couple of nights ago at a Black Speakers event, and the host that introduced me, he said, "Now I'm the sales confidence coach," and the host that introduced me said, "We got the sales confidence coach coming on the platform." What?
One moment. Billy, you put your phone number on there. Do you have WhatsApp? Because I know you're out of the country right now. So it's possible that he can connect there. And I'll text you his number as well. Billy is 646-591-4459. And George Allen, you can post your phone number or I can send it to him as well. And you guys can connect.
Yes.
Because
so anyway,
things happen.
The host introduced me by saying things like, "This is a sales guy here. I personally would rather do anything other than sell." He says, "I'd rather go write up a whole new program instead of just sell something. I don't like to sell." He's going on and on about that. And then he introduced me and I did my talk. But it got me to thinking because I've heard bits and pieces like this lately, how many entrepreneurs still have a fear of selling? They still don't even want to sell. They're in business, but they hate the idea of having to sell it. At least they think they hate the idea. So tomorrow morning, Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday morning, I'm giving a free public workshop called Overcoming the Fear of Selling. Overcoming the Fear of Selling. How to overcome the fear of selling now and forever. Now and forevermore. How to overcome it. It's going to be a free public workshop. I'm doing it tomorrow at 10 a.m. This workshop is only for the sexy people, only for the people that want to know how to overcome that fear of selling forever. So you'll see the flyer shortly after the show here this morning. But yes, that's what I'm doing. So.
Absolutely. It'll be coming up soon. And I look forward to it.
Me too. Lisa's going to be producing the show, the workshop, and I'm going to deliver a message. But there's things that I've learned how to help entrepreneurs overcome. Maybe you know of an entrepreneur that still struggles because they're afraid to ask for business. They're afraid to ask for the money. They need to come to this free workshop. The only thing it's going to cost them is the courage to show up and the discipline to be there on time. That's it. Because some entrepreneurs might be so afraid of selling, they're afraid to even go to a workshop on how to get over the fear of selling. Don't be so afraid of selling that you're afraid to go to a workshop on how to overcome the fear of selling. That's funny to me. Things that you haven't done but still want to do. You know, I think I like the topic, and also things that you've done. I just came up with this. Things that you've done that most people haven't. Is there anything that you've done that most people haven't done that you think that's kind of cool? And when I said that, I remembered, you know, I've jumped out of planes. Actually, the military planes I was starting to tell you designed to get you to the ground fast, so you have to learn how to land. All the first month of training is learning how to land like a banana. Like if you drop the banana on the kitchen floor, the banana will kind of roll and end up on its side. And that's how the military trains you on how to land, so your body rolls and you end up on your back, basically, in the military. But those starting to roll like a banana hitting the kitchen floor, you know, over time, it shortens you. It shortens your body. For real, baby. Like I used to be 6'5". Okay. Shamandra, she actually traveled to the Middle East and spent a month there. Now, most people haven't done that. How was that experience for you?
I think Shamandra was in service.
She was in the military.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I think I saw a picture of her tiny self in the military. Billie Jean says, "Sell it, Brian." Yeah, well, Billy, you know that's what I do, man. That's what I do. That's what I is. And speaking of Billy was when I first started doing male empowerment networks here in Charlotte, North Carolina. He was my lieutenant. He was my guy. Oh man, he can't come today. So he was my guy, my second in the Male Empowerment Networks meeting. And we still kept the meeting going. But this upcoming Tuesday, okay, that's fine. You don't have to buy. Okay, but this upcoming...
Nobody's buying that you were 6'5".
Oh, you're not buying it?
No. No.
Okay, maybe 6'4.5". No. But I'm telling you, baby, this is what happened to me. All those landings shortened the brother up.
Bless your heart.
But where was I going?
I don't even know.
I don't know where I was going either. But that's what happened to me. Why are you having my back now?
Because you were full of it and I want you to get it all out. In your dreams, you were.
Billy jumped too.
That's right. Okay, and good. He's still 3.
I think he's 6'3". Billy's 6'3", maybe.
So maybe he didn't jump as often as you.
He might have either didn't jump as often as I did, or he might have been 6'9" to start out with. I'm telling you, it does too shorten you up. Brad Wilder's in the house.
You're only 6'2", Billie Jean? Wow.
He's probably 6'3" with the afro. You know, he used to rock a short afro. What's up, Mr. Brad Wilder? Brad Wilder, we talking today about things we haven't done but still want to do.
Billy is 6'2", and he says, I gained a half an inch after.
No, you did not.
On the real talk side.
No, you did not.
Shamandra said, if jumping makes you shorter, I can't jump at all. Exactly. Me neither. I think Shamandrian is 4'9" or 4'10".
No, she's not shorter than you.
She is shorter than me.
Whoa. Lisa's 4'11".
Yeah.
Shamandrian, are you taller or shorter than Lisa? I don't think she's short as you, baby. But y'all both rock heels out in public, so I don't know. Okay.
Dr. Beverly says, ladies and gentlemen, this is the part of the show where Brian has his joke of the day.
Oh, my God. Joke of the day.
Joke of the day.
What should I tell her?
4'11" with heels on. Really, Billie Jean?
With heels on?
Really, Billie Jean?
No.
I am 4'11", flat-footed.
Yeah. She get over 5 feet with her heels on. Okay. She mentioned, I am not shorter than Lisa. She may be the one person. I thought so.
There are so many people that are 4'11" that say that they are taller than me. And then I stand next to them flat-footed, and they look minuscule.
Brad says, I'm a little tall, and I jumped a lot. So, but the thing is, how tall when you first start jumping versus when you stop jumping out of planes?
No.
I'm telling you, I'm right. I know this to be true.
Dr. Deborah says she's 4'11", and when I stand next to Dr. Deborah, even with no shoes on, I
think you're taller than Dr. Deborah.
Right, but she says that she is 4'11".
That's the one. I've seen Lisa and Dr. Deborah stand next to each other, and I think Lisa's taller than Dr. Deborah.
But she's not the only person that I know who says that they're 4'11". And I have asked the doctor even recently how tall I am. Shamandria says she's 5'1.5". Well, okay.
That half is very important.
That's right. Billie Jean, thank you. What? Pull the ripcord on that one. No, sir.
What?
It's not true.
What? Y'all not going to take away my time. They're trying to steal my time. Okay, but anyway.
Brad says that was back in the 60s, though I can't do it like I used to nowadays.
It wasn't back in the 60s.
You were not jumping back in the 60s, sir. You were not jumping back in the 60s.
No, Brad's a little younger than that.
And you were not jumping back in the 60s either.
I was jumping in the 90s, though. I was born in the 60s, but I was jumping out of planes in the 90s. Actually, no. I was jumping out of planes in the 80s because I got out of the regular Army in 88. So it was the 80s I was jumping out of planes. So I was jumping out of planes about 2.5 years. So I'm like 86 or 85 to 88. Yeah, that's when I was doing it.
Wow. Mm-hmm. We were born in the 1900s.
1960 for me.
That feels, you were not born in 1960. You were born in 1967.
Yes, I was.
1960 for me.
In the 1960s is what I meant to say.
That's not what you said, though. My great-great-grandmother.
With my white boy.
The one who actually raised me was born in 1898. So I have had interaction with someone from the 1800s. I am from the 1900s, now living in the 2000s. Oh my goodness.
You old as heck.
That's crazy.
Dr. Beverly says, I can't jump either. Does that mean that you're physically unable to jump out of a plane, or that you wouldn't jump out of a plane? Would you even like to try it?
Her height is maybe precluding her from jumping.
It's not precluding her.
She doesn't want to jump and lose any of those inches. Billie Jean, isn't that crazy, right? 1800s raised me. 1900s I was born, and we're currently living in the 2000s. That is a lot of time. That's
that you have been connected to.
That I've been connected to directly.
Mm-hmm.
Like within a handshake.
Mm-hmm. We're way past time. We're late. Okay. What's up, Mr. Michael Sanchez? We are late because around 9:42 is when we normally thank our consistent contributors and thank our people that have been rocking with the show for a long time. And the way we thank them was with greeting songs and with greeting logos. And we're about to do that right now. Dr. Webb said, no, she just want to save her height.
Right.
That's why she's not going
exactly.
to go to the top.
Please. I know, right, Shamandrian? That's wow. Like that is, I want to say 3 millennia, but it's not millennia. It's hundreds of years. It's from 1800 to 1900 to 2000. Those are hundreds.
Now, if you're new to the show, just bear with us right now. But up front, first today was Dr. Beverly, and Dr. Beverly has a logo that we created to honor her. Her logo goes, Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning, Dr. Beverly. Let's go, baby.
Good morning.
Doug Jutsi has a jam. I got to remember it's Al Green something. Something's going wrong. Doug is on the phone. Something like that. But we got to get it right. Miss Phyllis George has a logo as well. Miss Phyllis is here. So clear the way. Miss Phyllis is here. Now we can all have a great day. Dr. Deborah Dunstan has earned a greeting song, and her greeting song goes like this.
Dr. Deborah, non-profit strategist and funding coach.
Dr. Deborah says, yes, I would try. Would I? Yes, I would. 2 of my children say it's fun. Amen. Mr. George Allen, a.k.a. Chef Rev, who actually threw some meat on the heat yesterday, made some ribs. He has a greeting song as well. His song goes, why must I eat like that? Why not hire Chef Rev? He puts the good food in me. Nah. Good morning, Chef Rev. Did you see the picture of all them ribs he threw on his grill?
No, I don't have a connection with Chef Rev.
Slow, baby. Woo! It looked like he was preparing a feast. I was like, oh my God. Oh. Keep going.
I'm going.
Okay. Craig Smith has a jam too. Craig Saab. Let me borrow your VCR so I can dub with tape. And he also has Craig Saab, 1,000 degrees.
You'll be on your knees.
And you'll be burning, begging, please. Brother Freeze. Good morning, Craig Saab. How you doing? Did Shamandrian at one time have a jam on our show?
Not yet.
Okay. Let's see who's next.
But Shamandrian, you can.
And if y'all listen to these songs, you're thinking these songs seem fun. If you want a song, you can get a song. Just hang out with us or consistently contribute. We call contributions. Just say anything. Say something on the show.
And let us know what genre of music you would like for us.
Brad, you keep coming. You're going to get a jam.
If we can find your tune from what genre of music.
Yeah.
I think we got everybody. Dr. Deborah says that she was able to reconnect with the internet just in time to hear her song.
Well, I'm so glad you did, because then you'd have been like, they didn't do my song today. Yes, we did.
We did your song.
Shamandra said, these are super cute jingles. I'm glad you enjoyed them.
So let me do this other,
because we got 3 minutes.
Fully exposed moment. We have the opportunity now to restart. We've been doing this show for 6 years, and believe it or not, we had so much more connections with people before. Our page, the Empowerment Net Duo page on Facebook, was hacked and absconded.
Yep.
They hacked it and then they repurposed it. They stole all of you guys' connections from us. They changed the name of it and it doesn't exist anymore. It's Huang something or other. I don't know. My page was hacked and Facebook would not allow me to prove that it was me until they say it was a day late to prove that it was me. So all of the 5,000 people that I was connected to prior to that are no longer my connections. And I mourned it probably for about a week. Mm-hmm. And I decided that I am rebuilding. So the empowerment, and they also took Empowerment Publishing and Multimedia.
They took when?
They took Women Empowerment Networks,
yep.
And they took The Amazing Divas.
Yep. All these groups Lisa had worked on for years.
That I had grown and developed for a really long time. And I mourned it for about a week. But I am in the process of redesigning what it is that I'm hoping to recreate in all of it. Empowerment Publishing and Multimedia will be known as EPMM, no longer Empowerment Publishing and Multimedia. And in addition to that, we'll have a new page. Lisa Santiago McNeill will have a
Sir
new page
Markadu coming through? Good morning, sir.
Hey, Sir Markadu. We'll have a new page, and I have already finally created a new page as well. Some of you are tuning in because of the post that I put on my page, but I've only reconnected with about 50 or so people. And yes, Shamandrian, that is why the email list is so important. I did not send out the new information on email because I was hoping against all hope that Facebook would restore it. So that's why I had not sent it out prior to now. But you will be getting an email from me on where to connect with me on my new Facebook page. And I will be accepting connections from those that I know. And I will be otherwise very selective with those that I don't know. Someone that I don't know already got connected with me, and I had to kick him out because I don't know what he thought, but he thought wrong. Anyway,
we'll play like that.
He's to the curb. And you could be to the curb with them if you come to me with nonsense.
Which is why we want to build more of our business through YouTube than Facebook.
YouTube and our online databases, please know that you will receive an email from us, because Shamandra is right. The email lists are very important. I own that information. Nobody can steal it from me. Whereas Facebook could, at its own whim, decide not so much. And goodbye.
And Facebook does on their own whim. Sir Marketer is on his way to LA. I prayed your journey mercy, sir.
Absolutely.
That you return home safely, finding your home undisturbed the way you left it. Today's show has been amazing for me. We talked about things that we haven't yet done, but still want to do in our lives. Things that we haven't done, but still want to do. It's time for us to get out of here. What Billy says, check out fan base. Okay, we'll do that. We'll check out fan base and see what that is. Again, shouts out to you guys for being here. Have a great weekend. Remember, the weekend is a real word. Let this weekend get yourself recharged, refreshed for next week. Amen.
And don't forget to have sex.